Yeah, cool. Can't find my way home. First thing. And then we'd expect boom doom ding, but it's just. There we are. So that's our first bit. Starting on that. And now we're backing up chromatic to so we've got here we stayed away from the main line and just played rhythm, so we were playing the actual part. So there we go, we've got two open strings, which is the thing that people don't really do enough with B flat, especially the fourth string. Just a third right there, so anytime you like a really cool chord is like if you were playing a power chord, but then just scoot down and have the fourth string open when you're playing B flat, you get or is also cool. So just B flat stuff with the fourth and third string open in general can be incorporated, but we're going. To our like kind of nothing for a second. Some standard picking there. Worth noting, everything so far except for our, which I would do ring finger again. Every other thing in the song has been strings 2, 3, and 4 with our thumb playing here. So it's just that. If you go ring middle, you gotta reorient to ring finger on the second string. So whichever is easier, but we gotta come back to that position. It's just, and that would be a tempting spot to start using the wrong fingers. So we're just just go, and then just be like hit strings, 5, 4, 3, 2 with all your fingers. Anyway, that's what we're doing. So we've just done that. We get to go. So thumb bass note, and that's a pull off strike. There we are, and we want this to ring out. If we did it well, first of all, we can't use this because that's in our. So here we are. Just going on its own doesn't really carry. So there we are. Weird section, so I would get good up to there and think of this part, like the Hey Joe riff, as a subsection, and just be dynamite up till now before you try this last bit. Meaning we are going. Oh no, we're on the one before that. Excuse me. Now we're on like a G, not specific, but we're gonna have that same happen. So we're gonna hit the third string first because we want it to sound like. So we're going. There's me. Cool. So here we are. As in. And ring out. So there we are. There we are. So you can use your, we have to have this here, but you can use this, or you can go whichever seems cooler to you. Either is fine. So here's our G thing. Be-da-doo-dee-da-doo-dum. Makes sense if we would, but we want the bass note to ring out, and then most people would go, which is totally legit. Or you can go sound like the album. Ring, middle, ring, yeah, totally. And then that puts you in position for, here's where I actually meant, and now the rest of the song is like its own thing with new concepts, the stuff on the bottom line. So we start with this, and left hand overview, we're going to be going, this, the thing with that. So before we do that, we're just doing this, and we go, and we're going to go, so maybe do that before you worry about the high note, just go. Cool. So then when you do, now just add, and I put my index there. Just get the grip. Now we're going. So I find the best way to handle this, aside from that like use your whole body thing, is that just to realize right hand wise what we're doing is hitting this string once and this string once. It seems like there's a lot more going on, but these, and this is a tricky one, but this like it's just boom, boom, and it's really tempting to hit the bass note twice, so there we are. So we went like, anyway, so there, we have a really cool bass line during this part, where we're gonna go. So we've got our, and I'm gonna just take it from there as though that struck, because we got this. So high part is starting on this. Bass through that, so it's, excuse me, or just on the very next note there's a bass note, so we need to go, wherever it is. So yeah, totally. So yeah, right, there it is, totally. Yeah, so there it is. This is the part we're playing. So we're going, which is all the same grip. So this is going to be thumb, thumb. Cool. So let me see if I can get this. If we can do a staccato, it would be cool, but it's fine to just grip it like the thing in the first thing in the song. That's pretty cool. And so if we were gonna try to make it sound like that, it'd be like, kind of like that. That's a pretty tall order. Anyway, so there's the trickiest part of the song, going. But it sounds pretty badass, and then we're just. So, stuff on the bottom line. Yeah, so, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and I would need to practice that, but for like 10 minutes or something. But that's fight. Let me just get good at it instead. I'll just kind of go through, make a note that I'll just be like 9:31 is where I'm going to attempt the whole thing just for shits and giggles. So yeah, like notes unless you do staccato. Anyway, so where a 12 string would sound like. That's the hardest part right there. It's the and then bass. Cool. So both.